Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Autumn and I am back with another video. So today, I'm talking about a K-drama that I like. How do I explain this? I wish this K-drama concept was real because your girl is lonely. Anyway. Here on my channel, I talk about pretty much anything I want. I don't really have a niche. So if you like this video, be sure to like it. And today, let's get into it. So I'm talking about a K-drama called Love Alarm. I made a video a few weeks ago talking about like the top 5 or 6 K-dramas that I like. And this one came up if you watched that video. I'm just gonna go into a little bit of a deep dive for this and kind of give my opinion about some of the situations that happened throughout the series. There's only 8 episodes. It is on Netflix, and get this guys, because for you non-sub reading people, it's dubbed in English. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? So, with any further ado, is that how you say that? With any further ado? Anyway, let's begin. So we have 3 main characters. And then there's 2 side characters that I do want to pay close attention to. So I'm just going to give a quick background for each of them. So the first main character is JoJo. She's in high school. She's got this like mysterious past, which is a lot of K-dramas like to give at least one of the characters a very ominous past, and you don't know what's wrong with them. And she's overly apologetic in my eyes. I don't think she needs to be sorry for anything. Her family sucks. She lives with her aunt and her cousin, and they are so horrible to her. She eats like leftover or expiring food from the convenience shop that she works at. She works 2 jobs. And she like lies to her friends at the beginning because she doesn't want them to know that she works 2 jobs. I mean, we feel for the girl. She's probably one of my favorite characters, but I'll get into why a little later because it's very controversial. The second character is Sun-Oh, and he is kind of like the second main character. There's usually a love triangle, so that's why I say he's like the second, because there is a third. His family is super loaded. His dad is an aspiring politician. His mom is a former actress. They didn't really show him any love growing up, so you know he's like really angsty and like, I'm gonna show that I'm awesome through my looks and masculinity. You know how men get. So he is stricken with JoJo for some reason. We'll get into that. It's very weird. And he has a best friend whose name is Hae-young, who is our third main character and also a part of this like love triangle. Now, Hae-young is the son of the, like, I don't want to say servants because I can't think of another word, but his mother serves Sun-oh's family. She cooks, she cleans for them, and they both live in like their basement, kind of like servants' quarters. Hae-young is such a sweet boy. He is a hard worker. He's very quiet, keeps his head down, but he like defends his best friend to the nines. Like, I'll take a punch for you and some. I like Hae-young. That's the type of man I want. He has a huge crush on JoJo, and at the beginning of the season, we find out that Sun-oh finds out. And for some reason, he's like, oh yeah, you like her? Well, I want your attention and you're not giving me attention, so I like her. I'm gonna make her my girlfriend, which he does, which, are y'all really friends? Cause that don't sound like real friendship to me. We don't take each other's crushes. If I call dibs first, I call dibs first, unless it's like celebrities, because that's not realistic. But so those are the three main characters. Now the two side characters that I want to focus on, they are significant to the plot, to the storyline, but they're not main characters. So they push the story along, but we could do without them, honestly. First side character is Go-Mi, which is JoJo's cousin, and she's a bit much. She's like head girl in charge in high school. You know those girls that peak in high school and they don't really have much to offer afterwards? That's her. She's very rude, she's very mean, she's very vindictive, she spreads rumors and lies about her cousin, and it's kind of like, it comes off as like haterish, like you're a hater and why? And then the next character is Doku. I haven't really figured out how to pronounce his name. He is the kind of like the weirdo of the class. He's always picked on. People think he's weird. I think it's kind of attractive. I think they make it a point to make him really ashy around the mouth area, which is very strange to me because I've seen his, like, the actor, I've seen his photos. He's very attractive. He's got that nice, like, dark olive skin tone like that some Koreans get. He makes the software development for this app, which is the whole basis of the story, and we figure it out along the lines, like if you're kind of smart, you kind of get it, like, oh, he actually made this app. He makes this app called the Love Alarm, and it's like on your phone, and when you get around someone that I think has a crush on you, your love alarm dings. It's like a 10-mile radius and it dings. So he makes that because he wanted his crush, get this guys, he wants his crush, Go-Mi, you know, the girl we just talked about that's like evil, to know that he likes her. High school. So they're in high school and Sun-Oh is like really trying to get JoJo, which is like kind of creepy because he follows her a lot, and then he like corners her in this alleyway and he kisses her, and the girly part of my brain wants to be like, oh, that's so cute, and oh my goodness, like they're gonna be in love. The like more logical side of my brain is like, girl, that's sexual assault. You did not want that kiss. But you know, calm down, it's just a TV show. So basically it gets around the school that they kissed, and her current boyfriend, who we won't talk about because he's kind of irrelevant, he was like, oh, why'd you kiss him? And then he starts fighting Sun-Oh. Hae-young steps in. It's an all-out brawl in the classroom. Boy. This whole time, Hae-young and Sun-Oh are kind of like competing for JoJo's attention, and Sun-Oh gets it, obviously, because he ends up getting the girl, and JoJo's like smitten with him. They're like in love, and he convinces her to go on the class trip to Jeju Island. Now, I guess, you remember that ominous past we were talking about? Yeah, JoJo had that ominous past situation happen on Jeju Island, and being there triggered a lot of things for her. So like she freaks out, and Sun-Oh's like, let's go for a ride, let's clear your head. And she's like, okay. They go for a ride, get into an accident, and his parents, the politician and the actress, approached JoJo and were like, stop talking to our son. You're making him a bad person. Stop talking to him. And she's been kicked down so much by her family, she believes this. Like, girl, his parents just jealous that he's found real happiness. So she cuts him off, and he's confused because he's like, but my love alarm still rings for you. Like, I love you. Why don't you ring for me? she can't handle the heartbreak, so she goes to Dooku and she says, you know, hey, I'm having a really hard time with this, because they're just talking as friendship. She doesn't know that he's developed this site for, you know, she doesn't know that he's developed the app. So they're talking about it, and he's like, I understand what it's like to be rejected. You know, Go-Me rejects me all the time. You can't help who you love, which, yes, you can. You can definitely help who you love. You should not be wanting to be loved by people that treat you like crap. But he, like, during the trip, he had a traumatic experience because Go-Me treated him like he had the freaking plague. So he was like, I'm just really sad. Like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I turned off my love alarm. This worked for me. So here he sends her a kind of like a Trojan horse like virus or whatever for her phone to turn off her love alarm, so no one can ring her love alarm, so that people don't know, you know, that people don't know that she's in love with them, but she can know that people are in love with her. Did I get that right? Yeah, I think I got that right. So Sun O is like, why doesn't your love alarm ring for me anymore? And she's like, because I don't love you. She lying. She lying. So he dips out, goes back to America, finds him a little girlfriend. We're fast forwarding a few years from now, and they're out of high school. I think they're out of high school. I want to say they're out of high school. And they're about to go to college, and Hae Young finally, you know, works up the nerve to confess, like, hey JoJo, I have feelings for you, and I've had feelings for you forever, and I'm gonna do this the right way, no love alarm intended. I'm gonna court you the way I'm supposed to court you because of the fact that I actually love you. And he makes it a point to ring her love alarm like a bunch of times, like for all the times he wanted to ring her love alarm, but he kept his phone off because he didn't want to confuse things, and that's his best friend's girl now. So she's liking the attention, but Sun O also still loves her after all these years. So it's just really weird. Or during this plot, there is a subplot that is kind of explaining the dark side to Love Alarm. Love Alarm has not just become a like small school situation. Now people all over Korea are using it, and it's like the #1 way to find out if people love you. So who do you choose? They use it at marriages, like to prove that the two love each other, which I found very weird, because you wouldn't be getting married to somebody you don't love. That's just real weird. They also found that it was causing a lot of crime, because stalkers, that obsession is a form of love. So people will put their guard down because they're like, oh, somebody in the vicinity loves me. Now you're getting hit with the pipe because you rejected someone 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? You see how like it's a little getting toxic? Another thing that was happening was people who hadn't gotten their love alarms rang, which means that no one loves them, or so it seems, no one loves them, were committing suicide on a mass scale. And it was like really sad, because, oh, those poor people. So all these social things were happening with Love Alarm, and everybody, you had people that loved it and you had people that hated it. So eventually we're gonna have to upgrade the app, right? Well, let me explain why that's not possible. Well, it is possible, but it's not possible from the original developer, who we said was Daku. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. This guy. After he gave JoJo that shield Trojan horse thing to like stop her from loving, he jumped out a window. Yeah, and y'all, when I tell y'all I cried my eyes out, because that is just so sad. He could have chosen to love someone else that would love him back, other than Go-Me, oh evil behind. But you know, that's what he wanted, I guess. So he's gone without a trace. Nobody knows where he is, and he didn't have any real friends, so no one really checked up on him to see why he just dropped off the planet of the Earth. So he was, I guess you could say, he was the first of the many suicides to come when it came to Love Alarm. So that's pretty much the plot. Towards the end of the season, we're trying to figure out who the developer is, because no one knows to this point. I mean, the watcher, you know who the developer is, but the people involved don't know who the developer is. So there's this big ceremony that's going to happen where we release Love Alarm 2.0 and we figure out who the developer is. And at the end, we're faced with a very unbelievable situation where you've got Sun-Oh, his new girlfriend, and then you've got JoJo with her Trojan horse shield on her Love Alarm. And then you've got Hae-young coming to rescue JoJo because he realizes that JoJo is this internet personality that we won't get into because I don't think that it's really relevant. And it's like a standoff, and it's like, that's how it ends? What? I bring all this up because Love Alarm Season 2 is out on Netflix right now. I'm going to watch that and then give it a review of what I thought. I think that it's a good idea. I do think that the concerns that they raised in the show about this type of app is a concern that we would have in real life if this were a real concept. But I like the idea of knowing whether or not someone likes you off jump instead of like testing the waters to see. I don't think that they should rely on it though, because that's weird. Like, loving someone and getting to know someone in a loving way traditionally is also still working, you know, even though I ain't seen it yet, but it's still working out there. So yeah, I'm done rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, put them down below. I will put a card up to show you my other videos that are related to this topic. Give those a like and give this one a like as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.